is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Restate the state. Again, Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the Oregon head coach before the game. They believe that their wide receiver is the best in the country. He has been so electric this season, nobody can stop him. They believe that he is so efficient in the red zone, top 5 in the country in receiving touchdowns, and he firmly belongs in the Heisman conversation to hear his name called in New York later this year. Guys?
Thanks, Howie. The Ducks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. From deep, it's Blaylock. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Offense in a bunch formation. Rashada Downs going up top. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. He's got the tight end. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Quarterback keeps it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top on second down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. And this passing game has him calling Boomer and answering Sooner again.
And they're starting to get this crowd jacked up and this crowd riled up. And listen, they love their team. And, dude, think about all the success Oklahoma has had over the years. Different cast of characters, but one thing they always have, offensive success.
The run inside. It's Henderson. It's a runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. Let's take just a second and talk about Oklahoma. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. He's loose. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down. And the Sooners have their offense in high gear. Drops back on first down. Caught. Makes the grab and down immediately. He picks up a few.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Second down to the air. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Snaps it, and he has to have it. Shoots it to the left. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
Yeah, and that is a big-time drop right there. 4th down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe in you.
Complete to start this drive. At midfield, he's got room. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. And the Ducks right after the huge play through the air back to the line. Joseph. Out wide right, it's Johnson. Turning it on. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Rush right in his face. Open space at the 25. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the first down on a 2nd and long.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end.
Deep shot for the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point is good. On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. There's always been a lot of flash and sizzle to the Oklahoma offense, but it's built on being tough.
Yeah, and especially the great teams. The great teams that you think about in Oklahoma past, the ones that or in the national championship or in the playoff, those are teams that can run the football, be physical. It all started there.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He's got the back in the middle. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play.
Okay, here's the bad news. They're down by a lot of points really early in this game in the first quarter. The good news is there's a lot of football left. The better news, they finally get a big play through the air. That's the kind of play that can spark some confidence and completely turn this thing around. They got to keep that up.
Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there. Here comes the offense on second down. This time they'll throw it. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Sooners will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They come to the line hoping to get some of that yardage back from the 17. Throwing Joseph. He's taking the shot. Makes the catch down the right side. Here he goes. Seizing an open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Second down, gonna throw it. Got his man. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Just going to keep it after the snap. Oh, they've got him in the backfield. A disaster on that one and a loss of 6. They'll play it safe and try for 3. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Motion from the back. Fresh setter downs going to the air. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. Seems as if these two have been on a collision course for a top 5 meeting like this. And big picture, guys, it can really help their playoff positioning.
Yeah, we all circled this game at the start of the year. We knew this one was going to have conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications too, David. So lots riding on this one, and May the best team win.
And this will be huge down the stretch. It gives you a shot in the arm. You prove your worth in this football game, and you start to build your case as you get to the end of the season of why you could possibly get to the best team in the country.
7-yard pickup on that one. 3rd down and 3 coming. The Sooners in the hurry-up. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Finds his big tight end. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Looking for a crease. It's Henderson. There he goes. He's inside the 40. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
From the gun, it's Blaylock. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. And the Sooners really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Got his man. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Nowhere to go.
And you think the defense is dialed into this guy? Like, he's already had such a great start to the football game, and you know they're using him. Great job by this defense. Great adjustment. Great job being downhill, physical, fast right now and getting him stopped.
Left side is Henderson. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And I know it's easy up here in the booth, right, guys? Like, make that catch, right? Get on the scoreboard. Haven't scored yet with this offense. You want him to make that play, but a nice job by the defense, man. Getting there on time, not letting him wrap that football up. That's a great job breaking on the football with good time.
It'll be 4th and goal, and it'll be a tough one. He's changing the play. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Middle of the end zone, he's got it. Getting set for the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. Joseph. Here comes the heat. He's on the move. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Looking deep. Right side, it's Griffin. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
And now that completely changes the thought process for this offense. Like, you're thinking, don't make a bad play, don't turn it over, understand I might have to punt the football. Now you flip the field position immediately, looking to be aggressive to get some points before the half.
On the move. He'll move it ahead and a good productive play on the ground. The Ducks want to crank their tempo.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful...
Fires toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
What a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Now a timeout call by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Can you believe this? The offense is going for it on fourth down. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Fires to the wideout. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. Quarterback changing the play. Wants to throw on first. Sends it downfield. And he went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Ducks. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
On the return, it's Blaylock. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gents, the cream is rising to the top here 7 weeks in. Let's take a look at today's action. Let's take a look at the Nebraska Cornhuskers taking on the number 22 team, the Northwestern Wildcats. And it's the Huskers coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. The victory gets this team to 4-2. It has not been a perfect start, but they are right in position entering the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
This is a designed run. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Joseph from the gun on third down. Fires to the middle. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. The Ducks line up to punt it away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
I tell you what, they're down, but they're not out with this guy. They keep feeding him. He keeps having success on the ground. Maybe I use this now to catapult, use some play action, make some bigger plays down the field, but the run game has not been the problem today.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Making the adjustment on the play. The fake and wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Back's got it on the screen. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
This guy has done a lot of work carrying the football, traditionally running it, and now they're trying to sprinkle it to him in the screen game as well. That's a good idea. If they're going to win this game, you just need to force-feed him the football as many different ways as possible. I like mixing in the traditional running back.
He got it! Touchdown Sooner! And after being in a huge hole, they're all the way back, just one possession away.
This guy is so dangerous because of his speed. He can take the top off the defense, and he did it right there on the post. Great arm talent, getting the throw out in front of him. It didn't matter how many DBs they had deep on that one. I don't think they could have stopped.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. That one off. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Good, strong tackle. The Ducks signal for their first timeout.
And
And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Throwing Joseph. Looking long. He's got it down the left. There he goes. Touchdown, Oregon. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David. When the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
Out of bounds at the 22, and just like that, they're out of trouble. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the 2nd half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
1 for 2 on 4th down attempts so far, and we will get a 3rd attempt here. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the 2nd half.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Breaks into the open. Push out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Got a little space. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The play fake. Out wide right, it's Baca. First catch of the season as this freshman tight end wastes no time getting involved.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just...
Touchdown, Oklahoma! Somehow they fought all the way back, and it's a one-possession game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety, you get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Joseph. He wants to go deep. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He is in. Touchdown Ducks. That is his third score of the game and now 14 on the season.
And that is how you answer. The other side cuts into your league. You know what you do? First play, be aggressive, make the big play, snatch the momentum right back in this football game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Straight ahead, it's Blaylock. Pass to 6. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, gonna throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10.
Well, hats off to this defense and their ability to shut this guy down. He's one of the best receivers in all of college football. That was only his second catch of the game. And we're essentially in a 2-minute situation. They have risen to the challenge. They knew coming in they were going to have to limit him, but I don't know if they even thought they'd be...
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
Fires to the middle. It's complete. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. The Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Fresh set of downs going up top. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again. And how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a master class in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Looking for a crease. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Breaks the tackle, and he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Look out. Out wide left, it's Griffin. Turning it on. Past the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Ducks. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone. It's Blaylock. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Maybe another step, another block, and he gets more, but the offense will take over there. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here.
A good start by this offense, something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put the football at risk.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Drops back on first down. Release to the back. Finds his man. Busts through behind his pad. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. Wants to throw again. Lets it fly. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Man, you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football.
Touchdown Sooners! And the comeback is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play.
Number 19, set to kick the snap.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The defense is going to dare them to throw the ball. They know the offense is trying to run out the clock. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29. And the Ducks racing to the line in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Sooner fans booming. A cacophony of noise at the Palace on the Prairie on third down. Now here's Joseph. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Fires left. Drag to the ground, but not before. He's converted to 4th down to keep the drive going.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They were all over it. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Right side, it's Johnson. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their second. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. In the den of the crowd, here's Joseph. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They booted away. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He only needs a sliver of daylight. And he's out of bounds. He will be short of the 1st down marker, and that's going to put a wrap on this one. This drive will get underway from just inside the 35 at their own 34. Headed outside, it's Blaylock. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 40. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. The Sooners peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Lets it go for the end zone. Into the end zone, and it's caught for a touchdown, and we might just have overtime on our hands.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do, just like practice. Knock it through the uprights, tie this football game. We might be looking at overtime soon.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty.
Number 19, set to advance on the play.
Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He's out of bounds at the 24, probably looking for a little more on that return, but that's where his offense will go to work. Throwing Joseph. Looking to the big tight end. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Going downfield for the big play. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. Trying to take it back. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. One pick six. He takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.